All right, the next screening that we have is going to be with the hurdle step. Now, you're not going to be jumping with this, don't worry, okay? And what we're going to end up doing is showing you the variation with the functional movement screen, and then I'm going to be providing you with a few at-home tips that you can use in case you don't have this available to you. Now, the first thing that you're going to need for the hurdle step, right, is a little rubber band or something that's going to be right by your tibial tuberosity. Now, Eric, what the hell is that? That's what you might be asking right now. Okay, so the tibial tuberosity is this little bump right at the top of your knee. So all I want you to do is find your kneecap about midway, and you're gonna go in between a doorway, okay? So find a doorway, find a big piece of Scotch tape, and I want you to measure it right where it's at your kneecap. So you can see as Dustin steps up to the 2x4 itself, this rubber band lines up right with his tibial tuberosity, right with his kneecap. Now that's gonna be very important, and we're going to show you in just a minute. So the hurdle step is a test for your balance, for your coordination, for your core, and then also for your unilateral hip strength and stability all over the place. Now what you're going to do is one movement at a time. And what we're going to have Dustin show you do, or have Dustin show you, is one leg at a time. So keeping that chest up, those shoulder blades back, eyes staying forward if you're able to, you're going to take a nice deep breath, raise up that leg, and you want to go ahead, reach, touching your heel over to the ground, and then coming right back to. Now you see Dustin, he's very, very stable as he goes through this movement. He's pressing his leg into the ground, he's establishing his hip, and he's keeping his core strong. Now, one thing that you might notice as you go through this is a couple of different things that might happen. First off, having this rubber band there might put a false sense of fear in you in order to kind of reach over. Don't let that happen, okay? Realize that it's just a piece of tape and it will break if you end up hitting it. Now, a couple of different movements that you might notice yourself doing through this is going to be bringing that leg straight out to the side first and trying to get it over, maybe even knocking into something. What that tells me is that your hips are tight, okay? So you compensate with other muscles in order to get it over. The next thing is you might actually bring your leg in first and then try to bring it over just like you see Dustin doing. And again, that's because some muscles in the hips just aren't strong enough and they're trying to compensate. One thing you might notice is you're tipping from one side or the other as you're trying to get up. Two things, stability of the legs and core strength. Okay? Now these are vital things that you want to get under control, because if you're not stable, then guess what? You're walking, you're more prone to fall, which means you're more prone to injury. So go ahead, take a look, and we're going to go through that one more time. If your leg is going to the outside, it means that there are a couple of muscles in the hips that are weak that we need to get strengthened. If it comes to the inside first, it's the same thing. And if you notice you're moving a little bit wobbly, core strength, and then also stability of the ankle, the knees, and the hips. Make sure you watch this carefully. Let me know what comes about, and have a great day.